What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
My quality of life here in Belgium has increased compared to living in the US. Having the free time to spend with my family, also the access to travel and to be able to experience different cultures and foods and things like that without having to break the bank. I'm Jessica Van Jesus. I'm 45 years old and I live in Brussels, Belgium. I relocated from Washington, D.C. and I live with my husband and 7-year-old daughter. Cheers to Brussels, where you can have a glass of wine on a Monday afternoon and nobody will judge you. Bonjour. C'est possible 12, c'est plein air?
Ouais, c'est plein air.
So one of my favorite things to do in Brussels is go to the markets. There's some cafes nearby, so I always like to either have a coffee, or if I'm feeling a bit festive, I might even have a glass of wine. I love being able to take in the city, being able to see these beautiful buildings, or you walk by the market and you see the flowers, or you see like beautifully presented food. It just really gets you in a better mood than like sitting in traffic and seeing people yell at each other or honking the horn and stuff like that.
Hold up, wait a minute. Can we give a shout out to all of our content creators? I don't know if it's just this show that they only, document content creators who are living abroad, but I love seeing so many of our content creators really living abroad. You know how much work it takes to just be a content creator and to be able to afford a living and then abroad.
Big time.
Comfortably.
So far what I realized is that every person that moves abroad on this platform, they learn the second language first. Or either they learned it before, hand in hand before they even made a decision. However that go, but they always speak the other native or the other tongue. You know what I'm saying?
The language that's native to the country.
Facts. I think that's a big flex.
It is. I think I would be a little... I understand, y'all. The people want you to learn the language. I know. But I think I would move to a country that speaks English. Because...
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
I think I would practice there. But having to learn it here, it just takes dedication. Commitment.
True that.
My functioning language here is French because I speak enough French, obviously, to get by. But my husband's functioning language here is Dutch. So what we try to do is like divide and conquer. Freshman. Overall, I feel more content living here. There's still parts of me that kind of like tug, being away from my family. But overall, I feel I'm more at ease living here in Europe. So now I'm really done.
Walking with groceries.
Walking.
So it's been a few minutes. The onions are now translucent. For us, we don't have like a hard budget. A lot of the things are already included in my husband's package. So the car, insurance, things like that. So what we have left to pay is mortgage, electricity, internet, these kind of like basic things. Healthcare is provided by the government. My husband does have some supplements that he does pay from his employer to get some private hospitalization or something like that. But it doesn't mean that if we don't have a job, we're not going to be on the street or not be able to afford healthcare. Here, a copay is like 3-4 euros depending on what kind of treatment you're getting.
Wow.
So that's something that every family, regardless of their income status, gets here.
I like that.
My husband has a company car, so he doesn't have to pay gas or a car payment or insurance.
Oh yeah, that's a good move right there.
I'm a food and travel content creator with Dining Travelers, so I use some of that food as business expenses, especially if I'm doing like a long form food video. I cook pretty much every day. I do have a soft spot for certain ingredients like fish and shellfish and things like that. So it all depends what my mood is. If I see a nice piece of tuna, I'm gonna buy it. Welcome to Chez Moi, to my house, and let's start the tour with my favorite place, the kitchen. We own a duplex in a building that has 3 apartments, like a condo, and we paid around $590,000. So this is my kitchen. In Europe, usually ovens are very tiny, but not the case with me because I love a big Thanksgiving turkey. So I actually got a full stove. No, because it's a mess. It's like a total mess. One of the challenges for us to buy our home here in Belgium is the fact that I'm a U.S. citizen, and there is a law called FATCA, which is a law that forces basically European banks to have to report.
So that's what we talk about, y'all, when we say like buying boats. So I just want to get that real quick.
The fact that I'm a U.S. citizen, and there is a law called...
This is what we talk about when we say buying boat. We would have all of this filled to the T where we know it's going to last for the time or the expiration is supposed to last for.
Yes.
No reason to run back and forth to go to the store and, try to get like some onion powder, Tony, whatever it is you may need. Yeah, you got to make sure them cabinets stay loaded up.
I do see people, they'll get like a little small container of seasoning.
To season what? Oh, bro, just pitching it in there? Yes, oh, man.
Let's check out this law she was about to talk about.
FATCA, which is a law that forces basically European banks to have to report back to the U.S. on U.S. citizens, and they will get heavily penalized if they don't. So we have a beautiful view of the city hall, and down here is our patio. When we were looking to buy our apartment and get a mortgage, out of 25 banks, only 3 banks would take a look at our application just for the simple fact that I was a U.S. citizen or even just getting a bank account. It's hard to pick a favorite thing, but right now it's the light, and I actually installed all the crystals by hand.
Oh, wow.
This is our bedroom. Very basic.
Get it done.
We pay a higher mortgage payment, but when we look at kind of our retirement picture and we want to be, it's nice to know that we're going to have a paid off apartment by the time that we retire. My daughter's room, it's a bit of a mess because she's 7, so it is what it is. Look at all these stuffed animals. I think I probably bought 1 or 2, and the rest have been gifts from her or mine or Bob. So I grew up between Guayama, Puerto Rico and Rochester, New York. So as a kid, I was always very adventurous. I wanted to see the world. I've traveled all over the world with my job. I lived in Japan, South Korea, Germany, and done a lot of work projects in Australia, Southeast Asia, Africa. I've been very fortunate that my work has taken me to so many different places. I was deployed in Iraq in 2005. After being in a war zone and seeing how short life is, I decided to sell everything and use my GI Bill and go to graduate school in Belgium. That's how I spent 6 years here in Europe, what I call Europe 1.0. And right before I moved to Washington, D.C. in 2012, I met my husband, who is from Rotterdam, from the Netherlands. He was my 90-day fiance. I brought him back to the States.
Uh-oh.
Some of the struggles for us in DC obviously was the cost of living, as it kept on hiking up. Secondly is security, especially during the pandemic and post-pandemic, things got a bit more violent. I got fired from that job and I wasn't given a warning. The person didn't even turn on the camera. They were gonna give me a 2-week severance and she tried to take that away from me. So for me, that was like one of the tipping points of how you're treated. And also my husband felt the same. He felt that you put so much time and you work for a company or you work for somebody and it's okay for people to treat you like that. My mother-in-law was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and that was kind of what gave us in to come back to Europe.
Hey, you think you ain't gonna go nowhere, that's why. They see how much dedication you put into a job and then they be like, oh, you've been here for this amount of time? I got a playroom with you. I'm about to talk to you in type of way behind the desk. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they usually do that. But yeah, you gotta put your foot down.
Yes, it's sad that they think that you're replaceable. Your value isn't, though.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she took her value with her and she's working for herself. This has been one of the most inspiring stories of moving abroad so far. Like, just her journey as being in the military, being from Puerto Rico, you know, her family traveling back and forth, all the places that she has gone. I love this story.
Now I can see why she said what she said when she was talking about she got to deal with the traffic, people screaming back and forth. New York.
Washington, D.C. Oh, that's where she's from.
Yeah.
I think anybody that lives abroad, the most challenging part is being away from family. I'm very content with my life. Living in Belgium right now, you pay for the financial security in the sense that, are we going to become rich living here? Probably not, because of the high taxes. We pay around 55% in taxes, but it's nice to be able to have that kind of safety net. If you get laid off, if you lose work, you're able to make ends meet. And also security from a physical perspective. As a mother, especially with all the school shootings and stuff that I see in the States, I feel that my daughter is safer in the school environment here. So from those two perspectives, I definitely feel safer. Overall, we're really happy that we moved back to Europe. To me, like seeing my daughter grow up with so much culture around her, being able to give that lifestyle to my daughter is worth, you know, all the sacrifices that we make.
Hey. All right, y'all, we're going to separate that. Make sure you guys go check her out. But that's what that's about, man. Moving abroad, making sure that she can maintain it. Again, people do move abroad believing life is going to blow up for them.
Yeah.
Because of the value of the dollar. It changes so dramatically. But when you get there, like she said, them taxes going to eat them pockets.
Not really in Europe. Europe seems like it's the same amount because her monthly expenses it's about the same as ours.
Yeah, $700 on groceries. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for a 3 household though, like just 3 people.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
That's high
and
a little bit.
Her walking distance to get groceries is literally, she said she cooks every single day. So not, you know, maybe she do eat out time to time with her family, but
she's a food creator.
Most people in the States work so much that they have to eat out.
Yeah.
They don't have time to come back and cook. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another discussion though.
It is. I think a con for me there would be the taxes.
The taxes.
Anytime somebody hear taxes, anytime somebody say taxes, I just feel dread. Listen, taxes about to come up.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Yep. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.